It's Friday, TGIF, or rather, Tech Nation. It is finally Friday because we bring you the trend. My name is Amina Abdi Rabar. Let's take a look at the stories before we get to meet the panelists. This is what trended this week. Now, if you want another reason as to why Kenyan youth are jobless, well, life starts at 61 as Murang'a County government appoints a 61-year-old to head the youth and sports docket. Old is gold. Now, is this the literal definition of born to suffer, or should I say Boni to survive? Former Ikolomani Senator Boni Khalwale is a top trending topic in the country right now for this defense mechanism. What was this all about? And a police officer gets injured after jumping out of the window while dreaming. There's so much to say about this one, but everyone knows sometimes it could just hurt to pursue your dreams, I guess. Now, this one shocked me. 2 nuns returned to Italy pregnant after missionary work in Africa. Some people would argue that this sounds like mission accomplished. I don't know. Let's talk about that. All right, so let's get to meet who is going to be on the panel tonight. Butita needs no introduction.
No introduction.
Yeah.
TGIF. What is TGI?
I don't know. I'm not
I'm
sure
just
what it is you
curious.
were trying to say.
The mouth has refused.
It has.
What is TG?
It's let it be. This is like when you try to say like those, like, we talk about this every time we try to speak English. I'm like, achana tunayo.
Nina maanisha nini yo TGIF?
So, welcome to Kibra for the first time when I'm here on TTTT. Have you been on TTTT before?
No.
Okay, this is the first
Today
time.
I'm on TTT.
Yes.
Well,
Tonight.
Congratulations, you're seated next to Butita.
Well, all right.
Okay,
Great.
it's
There you go.
Hanona.
And then the Zaddy of the show. The Zaddy of the show, he needs...
What? Me, I need introduction. Please, introduce me. And he needs no introduction. Go ahead. Introduce.
Macho, that's all I have. At the end. I wish I could say more. You guys need to start giving me like cards and to talk like your achievements,
The legend.
the myth, all of them. I'll say that.
You
I'll
can
say
check
that for
out
you.
our Wikipedia profile. There is enough information. Career
Yeah.
life,
Up on the
He means
education
info,
life.
all right. Oh, gosh. All right, fine. Let's get started with the very first story. The highlight of the just concluded by-election in Kibra constituency, which Imran won. Anyway, congratulations. Now, former Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale carrying stones for self-defense. If you didn't see this, take a look. Situation. Sijui.
Uhalifu si poa. Uhalifu. Unajua wimbo ya Simple Boy?
You see, there are things I could say that might put me into trouble, so I'm just going to summarize it in this way. When you go to Rome, yeah. I'm saying there are things I could say, so I'm just going to say when you go to Rome.
They call it Boni Stony. Boni Stony, you know, because Carry Stones, Boni Stony, that's the new name we've given him. I can't believe they call him Dr. Boni Khalwale, yeah? They do? No? If they don't...
Doctor is silent. Tunamwitaga Boni Khalwale.
No, you see,
Doctor Taylor.
he might be a doctor who rocks. So
But you see,
A rocking doctor.
Macho.
wacha niwashow kitu. You know, from Western, the word Khalwale means a sick person.
For real?
And you felt like, okay, where is this going?
Inakuwaga sinaonyesha.
The hiyo tu ndo ulikuwa unataka kusema.
Sasa sinaonyesha the meaning of Khalwale. Unaona, Khalwale, the meaning itself. Your name carries a lot. You're what you're called. Unacheki.
So you're Boni and you're sick.
And you're Stony. You're Stony Khalwale.
And of course tumekuwa tunaongelea legalizing huko. So maybe that's why I'm a
He was
stone.
stoned, yeah.
Meditation.
Meditation
Ndo manake.
Ndo manake Boni akona pisha mawe. Ndo manake.
No, but you know, by the time it gets to that point, and a lot of the times, you know, people ask, so now if you do this as the leader, then now what do you tell the other people? Like, are we all carrying this stuff?
Has he said something? Has he come out to say, like,
I haven't
apology?
seen anything,
Nothing.
not yet.
I'm sure when he speaks, he's going to tweet a good one.
Hey, but unaweza imagine kabla ukasirishe tu mtu mwenye anakuanga tu sawa na utu zake. Yani mpaka niende nichukue mawe mbili nizichague hivi ni kama sijui avocado. I'm like, this is big enough. This is
self defense.
No, there's no reason for him
gets
to
to
behave the way he did, by the way.
and maybe he was attacked. You
Who
can-
JJ? Ati there's no reason.
Hey,
There's
what
no
do you mean?
reason.
What do you mean?
It's
There,
a whole
okay,
Boni
let me
Khalwale.
give you
A
a reason.
whole.
There was election that was happening in Kibra constituency. When you go to Rome, me by this year,
Alafu unajua pia sio campaign upeleka report after campaign. Unaona nilifanya kazi, nilikuwa na mawe hata. Wezi mfuko tu haiwezi toka.
That's a rock solid report.
Let's talk about these nuns. Who wow.
These nuns.
So these buns, the nuns got some. Anyway, I don't know why we're going with that. Listen, 2 nuns, they returned to Italy, back home. Pregnant after missionary. Well, why was that? Listen. I am just telling you the story. After missionary work in Africa, to help starving children. That's a missionary. Anyway,
No, it's
listen.
okay, it's okay, it's
This
okay.
has to be the most unique case of twinning I have seen yet, by the way. I know it's none of our business. I think I can go all night with this, like them. Anyway, what's the crime in us looking out for the sisters? Is
Now,
it
first of all, I'm surprised that you were surprised that nuns were sent for a missionary
Work.
position
Yeah.
in, you know,
Job.
and they went back double. Blessings, they come double
They took it
in
okay.
Africa.
You're saying they took it literally. Okay.
Hey, I don't know why you're surprised. I'm sure they were in areas like Kwakina.
Wakina Butsira?
No,
Tita huko.
No,
me,
these
I'm
nuns,
innocent.
I still call them these nuns. These nuns, they had to sample everything in Africa, and this was one of the things they had to sample. I'm glad they sampled it.
Say
to
when
the
you go
max.
black, you never go back.
Yes,
Yeah.
go black, don't go back.
Yeah. But why I'm so can you imagine them having this discussion? So now they're back. Then now the nanny's just like, oh, you're back. Oh, wow.
How was the
Africa."
experience?
The experience was great.
Yeah.
But is it temptation?
We went to do what we were
We
sent there
did.
to
You
do.
said we go and
Yeah,
No,
missionary
we
positions.
did.
But,
That's
but sisi unajua si upenda kutempt watu sana.
Who, Africa?
Nyinyi kama nani?
Sisi wa Afrika. Wase wa Nairobi basi. Wa Afrika generally.
Okay.
Niko sure tu nani alibisha mahali. Sasa utaongea ukiwa nje.
Singia ndani.
Usiingie ndani. We like tempting people.
Ati mmetoka wapi?
Ati
mmetoka wapi? Italy. Ai, hii lazima Italia.
Mimi nataka nashindwa like by the time
Italia.
but I find that listen because I'm like wait well like how do we get from hii kazi yenye tuko kudu mpaka we're just like manzana nakulike like ilifikaje like
Yo, no, let me tell you.
We sing
This
hymns
lady's
and-
got the
Hii
slightest
Afrika
freedom.
kuna mambo pia
that's
wameunga
it.
hii
The
Afrika.
slightest freedom.
Though as we make fun of it, I hope it was very consensual
Ah, yeah.
when it happened because we might not know the exact story. So we hope it was very consensual. Whatever happened that led them to going back home pregnant.
But you know what? A different perspective. Earlier in October, the Pope was stating, and it's still a conversation, allowing priests to marry because you see, they take a vow of celibacy. So if this is maybe this will steer the conversation further in the Vatican. So let's see. Maybe this will show that maybe it's about time they
yeah because
lock
if
it
they have the
down.
conversation about the priest and maybe then
They should have
you
4.
know?
Yeah.
I mean I don't know
Akia nani.
hashtag TT at the trend live.
We'll have none
Send
of it.
in your feedback. Send in your feedback. Listen, we get back. We're going to read some of your comments. We're going to get back in a bit. You're watching TT. And welcome back. All right, so now we're going to read some of your messages. We did say we're going to read some of them, but we really are. The hashtag is TTTT at the Trend Live on Twitter is where you send in your 2 cents. Now, what's a dream job really, or how would you describe this situation? A police officer attached to the Nanyuki police line is nursing injuries after he fell out of a window while dreaming. What kind of dream is this? Also, why would he confess? You know, sometimes I don't understand because the only way people would know this story is if I confessed and I told you, manze nilikuwa naota nikaanguka nikutwe. I'd be like, no, there were 8 thieves. They came with yo.
Now we
changed the
know
story.
how your alibi is gonna be. Tunajua. We now know your alibi.
It's easy to say I was dreaming than to say I was high. It's
No.
easier to say
No, no,
because
no.
as in he was that
Hapana,
high,
alikuwa na-
alafu akaanguka. No, as in he was high in his house and then like
No, let me
high
tell you
and
what
low.
happened. Let me tell you what happened. This guy is dreaming and he's like, I believe I can fly. So ako twende kazi.
Akafungua
Off the air.
dirisha.
Akafungua dirisha. Let's go.
Akiwa nje.
Ako hapo tu.
Akafungua dirisha.
Akarealize ni ndoto akiwa
Ako
chini.
by the way.
Unajua mnaweza kuwa mnamwenjoy na ile aliota.
Akienya
Unajua kuna watu
naumia.
sleepwalk.
Hiyo ni kuslip kama ni kuslip fly.
No, I don't even know what
Because
that
no.
Unajua
I was like-
sleepwalk?
There are people
No.
who do it, yeah.
is. Yeah, I know, but me, I've never.
Mr. Ongeti.
It's
Oh,
very
I don't
rare.
know.
Is it night runners? Do
Ojai
they
date mtu ana
sleepwalk?
Oh, yeah, I
sleepwalk.
sleep talk. I mean, of course, expected.
Actually, no, he's trying to say sleepwalking is his excuse for zururing at night in clubs. No, it's not. That's your excuse. for
Hapana,
us.
kuna ile ya msee amelala tu fiti, akaamka, kumbe hajaamka. Piga malapa na pika mayai nini kwa
Unaona
nyumba.
ile ngoma ya
Lakini
mihadarati
ako tu
yenye
sa
watu huimba.
by the way,
That's that.
Vijana.
Vijana nini? Tuwache nini?
Wacha mimi nawaambia,
Alright,
juu kuna mtu alifanya
alright.
kitu mbaya
Hii
sana.
story, unajua wale mademu wenye wanakula hizo sabuni. Wale from where?
Nani?
Yes, there you go. So that
Wewe
teachers
amina
who are
story
eating
si ya
soap.
uongo.
Yeah.
Kuna
Una
kuna
karibu
mtu
unakula
alifanya
soap
kitu ya
na
ajabu
wao.
sana na historia ya kusleepwalk. Na it's so personal, ni sawa tu.
Do you sleepwalk? You want to
Then
confess
again,
something?
it is a mental condition.
Yeah.
Sleepwalking, sleep talking. Yes,
Yes,
it is a
it
mental
is.
condition.
Look at him,
But
like,
talking
I
is the one that I
don't
like. Confess your sins, tafadhali.
Not
No,
necessarily.
huwezi ongea kitu watu wanasikia inakonga tu.
No, there's a chick we went to
Different
high school. She would say a lot.
I was also very clear, like, ukiongea tu, si unaongea kila
Queen's
mato.
English. Queen's
Like
English.
the Queen.
Actually, yeah.
At
Yes,
when you're
no,
asleep.
I was
That's actually
No.
just
true.
canoodling
You
with
speak
someone
like-
else.
Oh, it's true. You use words you don't even use when you're talking.
I know, right?
labda Karao alikutana na watu anti corruption
Let's move on.
Akaona.
kwa ndoto.
Akaja. Manze, lakini kuna watu unaweza ona kwa ndoto yako ukimbie.
Upanic.
Si ndio?
Upanic.
Kama ex wako, we. Si ndio British. Anyway. Now, President Uhuru has signed the Financial Bill 2019, and aside from the repeal of the interest rate cap, the bill will also affect online businesses. Listen in.
Finance Act of 2019 in place. The proposal to impose taxes on the digital economy has been given impetus by the full force of the law. As such, the National Treasury is now expected to table regulations on how this taxation is expected to be done. This is set to impact the country's growing e-commerce space, which has emerged as a source of income for many youth. Many are keen to see what the regulations stipulate for the mobile lending apps which currently are unregulated and considered a very dicey space.
This directly affects, I think,
Those people who are struggling to find jobs. because of
exactly the people
unemployment.
who are the whole reason that they actually did get online to start these businesses.
I will say this.
were because of not having the job.
Sorry, I will say this. I realized that one of the reasons when they ask, so why are you doing this? Why are you going to lengths to actually find out the money? Is that they are going to look for people who are selling online. That's what they want to start with. People who are selling online to be able to capture that, because they're trying to do everything to gather taxes so that they can be able to survive or rather pay our debts. So the issue here mostly is for people who are selling online.
There's nothing really, okay, there's nothing wrong with the government getting, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. That's fine.
That's correct.
But then, what policies are they going to put in place as they call regulation? Is it really regulation, or is it stifling the industry that is coming
now
up?
growing.
Let me
right?
let me give you
Yeah.
guys an example. Yeah. I don't know if you realize when a certain industry is growing, if it's betting, if it's dundai,
All of a
whatever
sudden
it is,
you'll
oh
see.
now we can tax it.
Yeah. And
So
before,
that's the rule. They've
But
still
I mean,
online.
it's not
So
like it's
now
new. That happens everywhere around the world. Everywhere. I mean, if this is becoming an industry where we can make some money, then of course the government has to tax you because you are citizens, you are making money.
Yeah.
And like he said, you give to Caesar what belongs to
The
Caesar.
problem is
So
how the
there,
government will use that money.
no,
Not
I don't
even
think it's
using-
how the
even
money will be used.
how
My
they're
issue is just
limiting
how
the
the
tax.
regulation will take place. So when you
Yeah.
say you're putting in those policies,
Yes.
are those policies going to
Help
help
us.
nurture
Yes.
those
Yes.
talents as well? Like, or is it going to be like, hey man, because you know there are jobs you want to start and then you think of the process or the money you have to pay or to do the
Goodwill.
goodwill.
Yeah, 300,000
Let
ka
me
space.
No,
tell
I'm
you
telling you
how
one
this
time.
thing is
Ni
really
kama
bad.
hiyo story ya drone yenye walisema itakuwa sasa a fine 100,000 huwezi kuwa tunayo. Like the regulation need to be something that anyone can
That's what
and
I'm
cope
saying.
with
I mean,
them.
I do understand the part of regulation and of course introducing policies, because the reason why it has to be taxed, the reason why of course it's captured the attention of the government is because it is a growing, it's like a growing world by itself.
But then
you
why,
know what I mean?
why remove that little that people are earning just for you to mark up that, oh, we're trying to gather taxation, yet your tax system does not even work? How about you fix your tax system before you start jumping on little everyone that you see? Let's fix the tax system.
Well,
Kerry, man.
clearly, the law has been signed. We'll just
I
have to
know.
wait and see how it grows.
We need
Because
to-
influencers wanalipa tax. Influencers wanalipa tax.
Gani?
Influencers
Well,
wanalipa tax.
But saa ingine pia unajua
Wanalipa
bizi
tax.
zingine ni bizi tu za kawaida zenye watu ulipa tax, ni vile wanatumia online platform kuziuza. Unaona?
Because by the time una get... if
Unapata
you
unauza
write-
But
electronic,
unajua-
unauza electronic, but huwezi sukuma online kujeni nini, vitu kaa hizo.
Yeah.
So bado ni part of e-commerce. Lakini
Please let me
unapata ukisema,
explain.
hiyo taxiwa tu.
A huge percentage of people who actually have these stores online is because they cannot afford to have an actual
Physical
offline retail
shop,
store.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then now, like, hey, okay. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. So now, Chief Justice David Maraga also had his fair share of trending this week, after he held a press conference earlier this week to express the frustrations that the judiciary has been facing from the executive arm of government. Now, from all the important things that he said, people tend to have been fixed on this.
Why I said I want the Kenyans to know what we are going through. The judiciary has been treated and continues to be treated contemptuously. The CJ has no Mercedes car. When we applied, we were told, look, keep to the what? We don't want wastage. Keep to the minimum of 2,500 cc. It is wastage to buy a CJ, a Mercedes 500, but it is not a wastage to buy the two speakers of the National Assembly, Mercedes 500.
Well.
Okay. I really love and respect this man. Yes, sometimes we might be told that we are taking things out of context, but that statement in itself, in whatever way you do want to contextualize it, that is very selfish, especially coming from hearing a clip also from Kiambu County,
wait a
where
minute.
some people
Wait.
say, for this reason, you see, this is the thing. Yes, you see, it's the
Mimi-
ule ako nayo, mbona mimi
Wait,
nisipate?
I think y'all got it
It's
wrong.
okay.
Sawa,
Y'all got
The
it wrong.
issue is-
Mimi namfeel. By the way, point yake inaweza kuwa ni simple aje. Kama ni msumeno sikate kwote. Kama
Yeah.
kama mimi sifai kukuwa na hiyo 500.
Hapana, I don't think anasema hivyo. Anasema tu kirank na yani wakiangalia yani nani
alisema,
yako juu.
nilisikia
Sasa unaona-
speech yake.
Yes, so anasema why,
Alisema-
how is it okay for people who are not at his...
Kuna mali alisema hata VIP lounge ya airport. Akasema yeye ana noma. Lakini saa nyingine hiyo invite masije wengine Kenya inakuwa ni aibu kulingana na
But
vile
hata shida
watitiwa.
si aibu.
Unaona?
Wacha nikwambie, shida si aibu sana sana. Ni mnasahau how big the CJ is. The CJ is not just like a guy. This is, let me
He's
tell
the
you, no,
president
let's
of
just
the
start there. You don't
judiciary.
understand. This is a
but
very
what I'm
serious
trying
person.
to tell you
Yeah.
is that people are dying of hunger in this very
I
country.
get it,
There's
but-
thousands, if not millions. 'Cause this is a problem that we don't relate to. Do you ever
But-
heard of
but I'm sure
first world
according-
problems?
but
It's
maybe-
like this should have been an
This is not though.
handled internally,
That's
so
what I
that
mean.
we as Kenyans who are talking about putting food
Amina.
that
Me,
you
I
can
feel
eat
like-
on the
I
table.
feel like
I'm
that
like,
press
okay,
conference
nakuelewa
was
hiyo story ya
unnecessary.
Mercedes, lakini manzemi hata
Niko sure.
like watu utembeanga job. Butito shaitembea job.
But
Ni kweli.
kutembea mguu tumechapa. Lakini mimi niko sure tukimwambia sawa, hawa si wengine pia watakuwa na hizo gari zenye uko nazo, haina noma. Juu ya feel kwa nini watu wengine wana get important treatment?
Unajua
Hakusema hivyo.
anasema
Hakusema hivyo.
no,
Mimi na feel hivyo.
no,
Na
he's
feel
trying to,
hivyo.
I side with Butita
Hakusema
because
hivyo.
he's trying to show that he is literally being pinched out, like ni
kwa-
kama anasukumwa.
He is, but I just think that the way that the words maybe or the means
I
that
think
he
this
uses
is
to
the wrong place
communicate
to do it.
his
How he was-
frustration
This was the
wrong
didn't
place.
relate. No, not even the place. Even just like
How he
the
said it.
issues that you tried to
Yeah.
state
Yes.
as
The
to what
Mercedes.
is causing your frustration
Yeah.
did not. We were like,
But it was just an example because ukiangalia budget
Okay.
yake
sijakataa, lakini mimi nakwambia tu watu si wanaona tu.
Budget bado ilirudishwa at the end of the day.
Ilirudishwa.
But
But you see,
Nikwambie,
this is egg on his face right now.
If
And
the-
honestly, it's egg on his face.
if
Because had the argument been, sawa, si watu wanakatwa, tukate across the board.
Tukate,
That's
tukate.
something,
That's
that's different
different.
from...
That's very different
I do not
conversation.
have
Kwani
that
umedaule?
my sister has a toy,
Because
even
you
me
see,
I want.
What he's saying is that it's like, because he's
Ah,
not saying that No, wait.
Maybe anamaanisha
No, we
vile
need to take a
unasema.
break. We need to take a break, Buchita. We're gonna get back. Maybe we'll talk about this a bit more. Hashtag TTTT at the Trend Live. Oof. Woo. All right, so welcome back.
Nataka
So-
kunipiga
Tulitoka na
juu ya
moto. Wacha kusema tu welcome back.
Bana,
Hivyo. Tulitoka na moto. Welcome
I
back.
thought we were done.
Iko nini?
Unajua hiyo time yote tumeongea hadi Kate
But
and
tumeagree.
Buchita were like, oh.
No, tumeagree.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so
Tumeagree,
listen, what we
judiciary
are...
inafaa ipewe budget. Ni context
Of
ya
course,
maneno
what do you-
yake ndio ilikuwa.
No, nadhani ni maneno ambayo alitumia kujaribu kuelezea yani changamoto ambazo anapitia. Ilikuwa kidogo yani Wakenya wakaona okay,
So apewe Mercedes.
I don't know. Listen, no, but you see, all jokes aside, and this is what we do sometimes as Kenyans, we focus on the wrong thing. Why this press conference even took place in the first place was to address issues that are very pertinent and
Yes.
very, very important. When you, and I don't know if any one of you has ever had a court case that lasts forever.
Yeah.
Or you have a family member's case that has lasted forever.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things that he was talking about when he's
Yes.
talking about frustration from the executive.
Yeah.
But the wrong
Right?
example.
I mean, no, it's because we always do the things like that. We take the wrong context. Hiyo video tu ndo tunaenda kuongelea, tunacheka ndo tuna forward WhatsApp. No,
But then
tunafaa
again-
tusikie no, Maraga anasema nini.
Somebody like the president
Exactly.
of the judiciary should have had his notes
I
written
know.
down very well. Na
Hapana,
stick
wewe
to them
hujaikasirishwa.
because
Wewe
kuna
hujaikasirishwa,
watu
wewe.
okay, sawa ni Mkisii, hasira za Mkisii pia zinakimbia
Today you're on the stereotype nini. I know.
Lakini
Okay,
lakini saa zingine ushaisikia mtu anaongea ameongea fiti alafu unasikia kitu unasema
You were good till
Hai
there.
kitu.
you are good till there.
I know.
Exactly.
It's like some...
Kuna hapa na discussion kaa hiyo. Nikasema kitu kilipuka ulipikia kitu ndogo. Kaa chuo strike juu ya mkate. Lakini tunajua tu poa si mkate.
Si mkate. This
Another
is-
place.
Actually, it's like when you're dumping someone.
Yeah.
Like the main thing that actually
look-
made you dump
do
him that
something.
day was walikuchelewesha,
Walichelewesha.
walijua
I think
that's
alikula
the same.
alikula
Alifunga
chakula
mlango
yako,
na nguvu.
ulikuwa
Mimi kuna
umeacha-
ingine ningesema but ingekuwa personal sana. Kwa hiyo acha nisiseme.
Alifunga mlango na nguvu tukaachana after 20 years. Sasa
I think
kuna
when-
issue,
are you
kuna
telling
issue
us your
yes.
story? 'Cause-
Nataka kusema mweleweni tu ni hasira na anafaa
Ikakamtu
kusikizwa.
sayo.
Anafaa
No,
kusikizwa.
it makes sense, sijakataa. It makes
Lakini
sense.
alirudishiwa budget niliona walirestore, si ndio?
Yeah,
Oh, good for him then.
We need to. The
We
backlog of
continue.
cases are
We
just
continue.
running. All right, so now Muranga County
Maraga, we are not
Assembly
judging you.
has approved the appointment of a 61-year-old to head the Youth and Sports Docket as a chief officer. Now, this is during the motion tabled by Youth Committee chairperson. The MC has defended the nomination of Kamau Maina Kiruma, saying although he's old, he was young at heart and had the
Life
experience to lead the youth.
begins at 40.
Wait,
He's
you
only
know?
21.
No. This guy is 61 years of age.
Yeah, he has 42 years of experience. Yet, what can you bring to the table? What
I'm a youth.
He's
Simply that.
42
I should
years
be appointed
experience.
because I
My
am a
youth
youth.
man, my
Simple.
youth man, my
but,
youth man.
But what is so new? See, Juicy, we were fighting about how other people are being nominated even by the president. What's new?
Lakini pia mayouth
What's
wanasumbua
new?
zeekeni.
You know when I
Alafu
saw
but
this
you
story,
see-
I was like, ini ile ya juzi ama
Ni
you get
mpya.
the- sikuwa nafikiria ni nilikuwa nafikiria ni hiyo.
But
I was like,
tumecheki,
ilikuwa ni-
have you seen the unique thing is that the youth have approved. Other youth have been coerced to be to
kuna
approve.
kitu happen kwa gava jeshi wakifanya recruitment na
Okay.
polisi.
Uh-huh.
Like they have a age bracket.
Yeah.
So I don't know if hizi positions zinakuanga na hiyo kitu.
Age bracket.
I just hope and wish hata kama mtu ako na miaka 80, I only wish and hope that these appointments were made on expertise, not on who you know. For example, if he used to be a basketball player and he was also a leader in the basketball circles and then
And he was
amepewa
also-
docket ya youth and sports,
Na aliparticipate NBA.
utaona huyu anaweza kosa hiyo youth element, lakini sports.
Kwa sababu
But
you
but
have a
acha
choice.
niulize, the
Eh.
problem ni mse anaidia position ama kitu inafanyika na hiyo ofisi. Juu pengine anaweza sikiza mayouth.
But don't defend him even 1 minute
Ah,
because
si defend.
this
Na angalia,
guy,
anajaribu
now
kucross
listen,
pana in the
this
works
guy
pia.
was given this position as a favor by his governor.
Sasa hiyo ni wrong.
Simple and
Hiyo ni
clear.
wrong.
Ilikuwa favor.
Hiyo ni wrong,
That was
but-
his boy.
But kama
Let's just say
amepatiwa
the
video
truth.
amesema maybe juu ana understand hizo vitu.
I understand.
How do we
Nimesema
give
I
a
hope but
61-year-old
hakuna.
Amesema
What do
kama
you
ni juu ya
mean?
hiyo. ni sawa.
I tell you what,
defend it.
Lise,
No.
let me ask you, you think that a 61-year-old is going to get everything that like a 18, 15?
Of course haiwezi pata. Juu hata
He doesn't
sikigenge
even
kwa-
understand
I
social
just
media.
can't
Doesn't even
get
get
to
it.
No, I know, it's just, anyway.
You can't
But,
teach an old dog new tricks.
but isn't it so annoying that this
Then we
is
need
not
a-
new?
then we need a-
Yeah,
a age
nothing
bracket
new.
for those positions.
Yeah,
When
nothing
from
new.
this age to this age.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, unfortunately, that's the end of the show. Wow. It was so fast.
Hatujaongelea
10
sabuni.
p.m. we're back. Hatujaongelea sabuni. Time imeisha. Time imeisha. But anyway, listen. The hashtag TTTT. Well, thank you. I was going to read the comments, but we were just arguing too much. We're so passionate. You think we're part of the
No, you
judiciary.
were just
My name is
arguing.
Amina Abdurrabba. Listen, we still have the show at 10 p.m. Make sure that you are there with us. Thank you so much, you guys. We're out. Thank you for watching. Adios.